One thing I don't think we've noticed is food prices coming down at all. In fact, I think quite the opposite. We eat according to price rather than enjoyment.
Sarah and Paul Bomer have had a tough 2 years. They've had to find ways to survive the worst cost of living crisis since the 1950s. And now they have another decision to make. Who's going to make it better for them?
Prices are rising and it hurts.
Inflation above 11%.
That is clearly the highest figure in 40 years.
I will place economic stability and confidence at the heart of this government's agenda.
It's October 2022. Rishi Sunak becomes the third Conservative Prime Minister in just 2 months, with a promise to drive down inflation and ease the cost of living crisis. "150 miles north in Chesterfield, and this is where we first meet Sarah and Paul and their 2 sons, Joseph and William.
The passion in our family is Chesterfield Football Club. It's the only thing that we do together. I think it's our only escape.
They live in Derbyshire. Paul's registered disabled and Sarah helps to care for him.
I'm cold now.
Autumn is now drawing in and their energy bills have just doubled.
The direct debit payment of £240 is due on the 27th of May. Next thing I know, just a quick reminder, we'll collect your monthly direct debit payment of £492.96 on the 27th of June. That's 1 month difference.
What did you think when you read that?
I just burst into tears. I was just like, what are we going to do? And we've had to find that money every single month, and we've had to make massive, massive cutbacks. I batch cook. I actually cooked 4 of them. The rest of it's in the freezer, and that's how we tend to live.
That is purely and simply to save money.
Oh, absolutely.
With the bills going up, do you feel that that's put a lot of strain on you?
You feel like you're having to stand there and keep a smile on your face, and you have to put a mask on for your children. You really do. You have to be honest with them without frightening them, and that's very difficult. Oh, so much to think about now. Having had pneumonia, nearly killing him a couple of years ago, I'm very conscious of the fact that he needs to be kept healthy, and I don't want him going downhill.
Well, we've got each other, haven't we?
Yes, we do. We have each other, and we have our lovely family.
We will get us out of this endless cycle of crisis. And the first step must be to tackle the cost of living crisis.
Labour is beginning to make promises about how they would handle things if they were in power. And when I visit Sarah and Paul again, the temperatures have plummeted, and British families are now facing the biggest fall in living standards in a generation.
A normal everyday shop, which used to be about maybe £20, £30, is now turned into £70.
Sarah and Paul start to talk to me more about politicians as this crisis deepens.
Do you think they understand the scale of the problem when it comes to household incomes, household finances, and how you cope?
I don't think so. No, because I think they need really to live like we do.
The problem is here and now for so many families, including ours. It's getting through winter. That's the biggie.
Yeah, it sums up the country, doesn't it, really? It's just miserable.
And no kind of light at the end of the tunnel.
An autumn statement for growth.
Is this the last chance to win an election, Chancellor? Is this the last roll of the dice?
You can see that big increase up into double-digit figures there. We're down there. We're kind of flatlining.
Energy prices, inflation, food prices, petrol prices, people struggling. These are people's lives. This is real. And that's why I think we should have a general election. Whether that will happen, I don't know.
Here it comes! Inflation is back to normal, and we will have a general election on the 4th of July.
The general election is now just around the corner. and the parties are tearing across Britain. The big sell is well underway. And while inflation might have come down, the price of food is still 25% higher than it was when I first met Sarah and Paul.
Nothing's really changed in the last 2 years, with the same situation.
Sarah grew up in a Conservative voting family. Paul is traditional Labour. What's your assessment of this government's handling of the economy, and who do you have faith in making improvements to the economy that make your life better?
I'll stick with Labour this time, and because I don't think it's been as bad under a Conservative government this bad for a long time. But as a leader, Keir Starmer doesn't quite cut it for me.
So for you, the choice in this election is very far from clear-cut?
I don't find Keir Starmer as engaging as perhaps I should do, but I really believe in what he stands for. We're looking at 14 years of the current government. Things haven't improved for us. In fact, they've got worse for us. So that's something that we have to take into consideration with this election.
Their politics have very much been shaped by what they've gone through as a family. And in a life that has been full of difficult decisions recently, this election is no different. Nick Martin, Sky News, Derbyshire.
So proud of you. You've come so far, really, to sit and talk like that.